time for a new makeover! Alright, I quadruple checked to make sure that there are no more rifts in that area. So, I think it's safe to say that the whole stuff with gluttony is over. Whew. Oh man. I guess while I'm here, I might as well just take in the scenery of this place. Whew. Oh man. So this is Emerald Coast, huh? Very, very amazing, I will say. Still though, place like this actually deserves to keep its beauty. But overall, I still think that this world is very well protected now, with whoever's still here, that is. Jesus. There you go. Okay. I guess now that I checked everything that needs to be checked, I'm probably gonna head back now. Oh boy. Okay. Oh hey, wait a minute. Amy? This world's Amy. Hey! You need someone to catch you?
Nope.
Oh, Jesus. Well then. Never thought I'd see that from an Amy.
What? You think a girl can't do it?
Well, no. I mean, usually, like, an Amy would expect, like, you know, someone to catch them. Or something like that.
I don't need anyone to catch me. I'm strong enough on my own. Huh. You are looking different.
How so?
Well, for one, you're taller than I remember, and you have those weird, things on your face.
Oh, the markings!
That face paint?
No, they're markings, actually. They're, you see... Oh boy, there's a lot of things that I've never quite told you. But, you know, I mean, what's been up with you, though? And what brings you out here to Emerald Coast?
Mostly just working on some mindfulness and trying to keep myself grounded.
Really? Why? What's wrong?
Mm-hmm. Oh, nothing. It's just, you know, part of training.
Oh, okay. Genius.
I also have taught Knuckles to do so, too.
Yeah, I've been teaching Solar a lot of things, too. They mastered their super form. But
super form?
Yeah, you see, during the battle with Nazo, back in, Universe Zero and all that stuff, what happened was that, during the final fight, there was a point where, something awakened within, Solar, and it was a super form. I sensed it, and so did Shadow. And the thing is that there was a lot of blockage, considering the fact that Solar has a dark form.
Oh, yeah. That.
Yeah. It took a lot of time for Solar to master the super form, but he doesn't need the Chaos Emeralds to go super. He could just tap into it at will.
What?
Yeah, like I can.
Huh. That's...
There was one issue though that happened, and it kind of got to a point where Solar snapped, and I got to see their dark form for the first time.
Yeah. That's not easy, is it?
Yeah, it's not as easy as I think. You see, remember when I told you about what I did with the Genesis Wave back in my world?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to believe it was true, but someone confirmed that for me, and I didn't want to believe it when they told me, so I, saw it firsthand. You see, when the Genesis Wave was triggered, it's caused a little bit of an uproar. You see, when I was a guardian of the multiverse in my younger years, I gained a huge reputation throughout the multiverse. People loved me, people looked up to me, but then, ever since the Genesis Wave, my reputation's been kind of dwindled down to nothing. A lot of universes, and I mean a lot, have, well, ridiculed me, shunned me, called me a villain, said a bunch of other things. And little did I know that the universe that we went to take on a bounty was one of them.
Well, you want to know something? I learned this from another Sonic. We called him Lunar. Apparently, my world was born of a Genesis Wave.
Oh.
I don't think it was yours. I don't think it was yours. Hey, I don't think it was yours.
I was the psycho! I was the craze! Oh boy.
Well, no, of course not. Your Genesis Wave probably was from however far away, but yeah. Apparently, Sonic that I met, Lunar, was the original from the world that was Genesis Waves, and then kind of split off into... Yeah, I don't know.
Thus creating this one.
It's... Yeah.
I see.
It's
so I guess a Genesis Wave
I try not
isn't
to
just,
think too much about it.
So I guess the Genesis Wave doesn't affect one universe, it affects everything, so no wonder people turned on me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. I just,
It's
was
fine.
trying to...
It's fine, don't worry about it. It is what it is. The thing is that when we went to that universe, that was one of the universes where people shunned me. We had to deal with like a monster and all that, and when we did, all we got was ridicule, insults, and everything like that. And then Solar snapped. Never seen him act like that before. There is something about Solar that I am very much afraid about. I mean, I'm still staying the course with keeping him trained up. I'm still staying the course, but I think he's getting addicted.
Addicted? To what?
You see, over the past couple times that we've accomplished, with getting Solar trained up and everything like that, it's like Solar wants more. Hell, that time we went to that universe, he said something that I never seen a Tails say. We were trying to figure out a way to beat this monster, and all Solar kept saying was that he wanted more power. He needs more power. And I'm just like, what the hell's that? He would usually be our strategist. He's literally our strategist on the team. It took me to tell him to scan it, to scan the monster for him to finally come up with a strategy to beat that thing. Like, I don't mean to say this, but is it something that I'm doing wrong with training him?
No, not at all. Unfortunately, Tails... You seem to have got the better side of him. The way I've seen him before you found him, he was a wreck. He was pushing everyone away. He was yelling at people and insisting he could do it all on his own. And every time Sonic was around, it seemed like he was on the verge of just going dark. he can never, go dark without the emeralds, but, he was highly unstable, and I guess maybe that didn't go away? I don't know.
I don't know either. The thing is that when it comes down to it, with Solar himself, he wants, I don't know, it's like he just wants more and more. And it reminds me of the time when I was a kid. When I was a kid and I trained alongside Goku for the first time ever, I was impatient. I've grown so impatient to the point where I thought that power is what makes one person. It's not. He's literally becoming like me when I was young.
Well, there is also a thing about him. He's constantly worried that he's not doing enough. Because of what his Sonic did to him, what Sonic did to him. He wants to prove that he can make it on his own. And that he is worthy of, having strength, being strong, and can
do
not
what
feel
Sonic
useless.
didn't.
Yeah.
That's what makes me worried. Because if he goes down that, he's gonna lose himself. He's gonna go down a path that he never wants to go back from. Hell, there was a point where it sounded like he was gonna snap. There was a time where we were back in Universe Zero and we were relaxing from, finishing up our training. And what happened was that, our friend Shadow kind of turned into a squid.
Oh.
Black arm stuff.
Got it.
Yeah. What happened was that he wants to prepare a lot more often, so that way we aren't feeling like we're on a time crunch. And then he said, while raising his tone, that we've done so much progress and you want me to stop. And I said, no, that's not what I want. I just want you to train in moderation. Train sometimes, not all the time. Don't do what Goku does. Because Goku, when it comes to Goku, he always trains and he never loses himself. Besides, he's on his own path.
Also take into consideration where he's from. He's from here, a place that never rests, that always has something wrong.
Yeah, I remember back with the whole gluttony situation where he, wanted to do this because he wanted to rid the world of all of its problems completely. I tried telling him that from what Blade had taught me, that endless peace can't exist. Not unless you work hard for it, but the thing is that the reality is that it can't happen. There's always going to be danger. There's always going to be problems. And we can't stop that. Hell, I thought it was something I could control. And it was fate. I can't control that. And I realized that. In fact, thanks to that very lesson, I was able to master my power finally. So now I don't got to worry about getting hurt anymore by my own power.
Just something about Solar that you might not recognize right now is he's just extremely unstable. He tries to hide it, and sometimes he does pretty well at it, but he's not okay in the head, usually.
As a person who's never had a Tails in their life, I don't know what to do in this situation.
Best you can do is be there for him and stop him when he's too in over his head. And it'll take a hard lesson or two for...
Should I give him a little, should I just pull a shadow and just knock him out if he gets too far?
If it becomes necessary, sure. If it becomes so bad to the point where he's out of control, he's not listening to you, he's not listening to anyone, and he's about to do something dangerous, then yes. but that's a last resort.
Okay.
Usually he'll listen to reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind then. So, there's also other things that have been kind of going on back in Universe Zero. But, you were questioning about my markings, though. You see...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in a sense...
Look up at you now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. Jeez, don't pull a catty on me.
Oh, fine. You want me to pull an Amy, huh? You want me to pull an Amy, huh?
Hey, listen, if push comes to shove, I will cut that hammer in half. Don't test me. You have no hammer.
No. I actually want to see if you can lift this up.
Oh, you think I can't? With all the endless training that I've been putting myself through, all the countless things that I've done, including being able to wield the Great Caliburn, sure, I'll try.
Come on, Mister.
Come
on, Mr. Multiversal Warrior.
Okay, wait, hold on. Just give me a second. Hold on.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Mr. Great Multiversal Warrior. Oh, you moved it a little bit.
What is this, Thor's hammer?
No, it's just a regular old hammer.
Just a regular old hammer on my ass! Why? What the hell? You sound like you could crack someone's nuts with that thing.
This thing weighs about, I'd say 2 or 3 cars.
I think Goku could lift that no problem. Oh, God.
I'm not as strong as I used to be, but I'm slowly getting my strength back.
Oh, I see. Oh, and
It's
one
been
other
a
thing.
long, grueling journey, huh?
One other thing is that Caddy found their own place in the multiverse. Finally, I was able to get them to. Yeah, it's a pocket dimension that harbors my universe's blaze.
So that's where she went.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go back to her home. She doesn't want to go back home, and she doesn't want to stick around here where there's leftover monsters.
Yeah, those are fun to deal with.
But
at least it gives me and Knuckles something to wreck every once in a while.
Yeah, how is Knuckles, by the way?
He's doing good. He misses the heck out of Tails, but what can you do?
It's like sending off a kid to college.
Yeah.
But
you gotta remind him to visit sometimes.
Well, he, you know, I tell him every now and then, but he just doesn't. He grew his markings, though.
Oh, so he has eye things too?
Yeah. So, in a sense, the reason why people in Universe Zero have these is because when you first enter there, by the way, by the time you end up going there, you'll experience the worst migraine you ever have in your life. But once you end up getting there, the reason why the headaches happen is because it's basically your body, like, adapting to the energies of that universe, basically. What happened in that universe, though, was that there was a point where Nazo came back a second time, and Shadow had to basically destroy the Chaos Emeralds, the Soul Emeralds, and the World Rings with the help of the infinite energy of the Master Emerald. And because of that, it caused a massive wave of energy to envelop their universe. And now, everyone has adapted markings representing them.
So he used the emerald to destroy the emeralds.
Yes.
Which in turn also destroyed the emerald that destroyed the emeralds.
Plus rings.
And rings.
Yes.
Got it.
You know, like
So
the world rings from the
basically-
storybook stuff.
So basically what you're saying is, Universe Zero is just a chaos radiation wasteland.
Not a wasteland, because people are still living there. There's kids running around playgrounds
True,
and,
but...
like, just your average Joe.
Yeah, still. Chaos radiation.
Yeah, but for me, basically the markings represent, basically you. Whatever aspect it has. Pretty much mine's kinda, in a way, it represents not just my soul energy, but also my rage combined into one. And I think when it comes to solar, I think it kind of represents his ice. I don't know, they're like diamond shaped.
What do his look like?
Diamond shaped.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But the thing was that in regards to the aftermath of the Chaos Wave, or as what they like to call the Chaos Event, or as I like to refer to as C-Day.
C.
Yeah, Chaos Day. But anyway, so what happened was that, with all this, after the event with the Chaos Wave and all that stuff, and Nazo being sent to another dimension, Sonic basically abandoned everyone.
That sounds familiar.
Yep,
so it's
it
not
does.
just ours, huh?
Yep, it's not. And, when it comes down to, everything that had happened from there, people turned their backs on Shadow. There were even people that were out to kill him, like Blaze. Because her dimension basically molded with Shadow's.
I see.
Not to mention, Camelot too. So now the storybook universe is also involved too. It's all been molded into one singular universe now.
That sounds chaotic.
No pun intended, I believe.
No.
But
it would have been if it was a...
yeah. But the thing is that when it comes to, with what happened from there, ever since I dealt with Nazo in Shadow's world, I've kind of made it one of my big responsibilities to kind of bring Shadow's friends back on track. And all that stuff. Of course, they don't have to be friends with him, but at least not get to a point where they want to kill him.
Uh-huh. I have a question for you, Mr. Multi-Sonic, sir.
What is it?
Why are you here?
Oh, well, you see, I've kind of been worried about this world and all that stuff. Worried about you, worried about Knuckles, worried about Freddy and all that stuff, and, so I've been quadruple checking the city for rifts, and,
didn't you almost die closing all of them?
Yeah, I almost did, yes, but I just want to make sure, because if there was even one tiny one, then I would have to close it.
Yeah.
Besides, at around that point...
I haven't seen any.
That's good. But the thing is that now that I have, tech on me, I mean, of course you can't see it right now, I kind of don't quite want to put it on right now, but the tech basically comes from Universe Zero. With it, I can, close rifts a lot more quickly. Without hurting myself.
Huh.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Also, nice jacket.
Oh, thanks. It was a housewarming gift from Shadow. Funny enough, another Sonic came into Universe Zero as well. Those two are living together. I think you probably know what I mean.
Sonic and a Shadow, huh? Huh?
Yeah. Well, I've been seeing a lot of things lately. For example, I've been seeing this other Sonic by the name of Gaia. Their name is Gaia. Gaia Sonic, but I refer to him as Gaia for short. But Gaia has been wearing Shadow sweaters a lot. So I kind of been picking it up.
Oh? A Shadow and a Sonic. Huh. Never thought that would happen.
Yep.
The Shadow here is, Emily.
Why? What's the story with him? Is he still
He was always
edgelord?
even more so than you would probably think. He was always just aloof and didn't care about the rest of us.
But why the hell wasn't he there during the whole gluttony thing? He wasn't even there at all. We could have really needed his help.
Like I said, he doesn't care.
So what, Maria's wish doesn't mean anything to him now?
I don't know. He's been like this for a while. Ever since, what was it? I don't even remember was it Endless? I think. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah. By the way, there is one thing I've been curious about when it comes to you. I've been asking you a lot about Sonic, I've been asking you about Freddy, I've been asking about Knuckles and what he went through, but I've yet to ask you at all.
Huh?
I mean, I've been seeing you since the whole gluttony thing, like, you know, like, not just the change in outfit, but, you know, you.
Oh, this?
Like, what, like, what happened with
nothing,
you?
Nothing
and all
much.
that stuff, like, what happened with you?
What, elaborate? I don't think I quite get what you're asking.
Any tragic backstory?
Oh. Tragic. Well, there's a couple of things that I can name.
Okay.
I mean, other than the, you know, obvious war and metal virus and...
Yes, of course, I know about that.
Yeah. There was one thing that stands out. It's... Well... I don't even know how to even say it. It's... Remember how I was telling you out over there how I was trying to, you know, build my strength back?
Yeah. Before.
Well, yeah. The reason for that being, about a year ago now, I had escaped from a pretty awful situation, honestly. Well,
what situation?
Obviously awful. I was kidnapped. And I was held captive for a year while someone, an imposter, took my place.
An imposter?
And basically ruined everything. Yeah. I was starved to near death, only given enough to make it through the next day. And so, because of it, I was skin and bones. I had infections, wounds galore.
So how'd you get rid of them?
I lost my strength. Huh?
How'd you get rid of them?
I didn't. They stopped coming around after a few months, and I hadn't heard of them since.
Yeah, but no, I'm not talking about the imposter. I'm talking about, you know, your infections, your sicknesses. How'd you get rid of them?
Well, it took a lot of rehab. A lot of rehab.
Hospital bills?
No, actually, I wasn't at a hospital, actually.
What?
Yeah,
What, did you
Freddy
take like a
took care of me
magical
the entire
potion?
time. Freddy and Knuckles. No, Freddy Knuckles. Freddy is actually quite knowledgeable.
I see.
Freddy basically helped me, you know, fight off everything and get better, and Knuckles was helping me, you know, get my muscle back so I can, get my strength back. And
I assume you've been doing it since.
I've been... Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see. So, when it comes to, all that, were you able to track down the imposter?
Mm-mm. No, it's like they disappeared off the map. I don't know what happened. But all I know is one day I knew that my time was near, that I was going to die, and that was the day that Knuckles and Freddy showed up and broke me out of there.
That's good.
Yeah. I was later told by Knuckles that Knuckles was given a tip from the Master Emerald that I was, where I was. And I guess the Master Emerald sensed me dying or something? I don't know. But yeah. That's my story, I guess. Probably nothing compared to what you've been through.
I don't make it a competition at all.
You're right. I don't know.
The thing is like, when it comes to, with the stuff that's been going on with me as of recent, I've been getting, I made Universe Zero my home. The surge that I ended up saving was, they're now living comfortably in their own home, and everything's been doing everything quite well for them right now, and and then after that, I discovered that my power, the Soul Emerald's power, there was a lot more to it than meets the eye. I'll say that. They go by the name of Raya the Cat. They are the first guardian of the Soul Emeralds. And the time that I died against Nazo, they were the ones that kind of killed me.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Raya kind of stopped my heart.
And so you're saying that this Raya is inside the Soul Emeralds?
Yes.
How'd she even get there?
There was a battle that took place in the Soul Dimension 1,000 years ago. It was against Iblis. Every 100 years, Iblis would return and try to terrorize the Soul Dimension. Over the past 1,000 years, this has been an ongoing cycle. Iblis will be driven away, come back another 100 years, and that would be that. But guess what? Raya was the first to fall, given the fact that she was the first guardian. And wielder of the Soul Emeralds too. What happened was that the battle did take place, but they suffered a lot of heavy injuries. They decided to make the ultimate sacrifice by not just driving Iblis away, but sealing up their own soul inside the Soul Emeralds, so that way she can uphold her duty.
Really putting the soul in Soul Emeralds, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's that. And then, but since then, they've been teaching me how to control the Soul Emeralds properly. Then I met Caliburn and from Universe Zero, and then they were able to help me go on a little journey of self-discovery, I guess.
So, Raya put herself in the Soul Emeralds. You absorbed the Soul Emeralds. Does that mean Raya's inside you?
Yeah, I could summon her at any point in time, but she's kind of asleep right now.
Huh.
But she can still hear you. She can still hear me, hear you, hear my thoughts, everything. And if she spots even the slightest glimpse of me trying to harm someone outright, then snap, backlash. By the way, before I do go, there's one thing I need to know.
Huh? What's up?
When you were the one that gave me the tip about Solar Sonic's location, You even told me to teach him a lesson, things like that. I kept him alive. But then after a little bit, after this, after I brought, Rai here to meet Caddy had some new information. Solar Sonic is nowhere to be seen. Doesn't make any sense. I broke his body, so why was he able to get away? And then it occurred to Rai that someone took him.
There have been some paranoid sightings, people claiming they're seeing something, someone, something dark.
Soon I'll be back here, though. I'll be back here with reinforcements when the time comes.
How do you know when that time will come?
Solar, when I first came to this world, Solar had an odd feeling about what was going on. If I rely on him, I go with his gut feeling.
So he's connected to our world. And so that's why you guys came here in the first place? Was because of his odd feeling?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless of course you have a phone. You could call me if something's bad.
No, I just have my transmitter that Solar built into my cuff.
Oh, okay. Alright, well I guess that's fine.
It's discreet and fancy.
Yeah, well so is my tech. All I gotta do is clap my hands together and I turn on my tech. But
maybe Solar's chaos energy is tied here, and that's why he could...
Alright, well, I'm gonna head out of here. So, you take care of yourself and say hi to Knuckles for me.
Okay, will do.
Yeah, of course. Alright. Well, I'm out of here. So I'll see you later, Amy.
Alright, see you later, Multi.
Yeah. Damn this fucking forbidding fighting bullshit. I feel like I'm being held in a container where I'm just being contained rather than let out.